doing that mission, SEALs are, we don't like to follow the rules. We like to take them as far as we
No,
can without breaking them, or maybe we don't even care if we break them. We just want to do
no.
what we want to do. We are adverse to authority. And and so the traditional thing, me as a senior enlisted guy, part of my responsibility is good order and discipline, military standards, haircuts, shaves, be in the right uniform at the right time, all this other stuff. Very HR centric job, and very thankless job also, by the way. But so we got over to Iraq, and guys were like, "Hey, can we grow beards? Can we like let our hair grow out a little bit? Do we have to tuck our shirt in? Silly little things like that." And during that time, we had Blackwater, Triple Canopy, Dynacore, and several other military contractors also doing this security detail, personal security mission for other diplomats in the green zone of Iraq. And you could spot those guys from a mile away. They wore the same clothes that we wore, but their shirts were untucked. They had big, scraggly, greasy beards. Their hair was all long and greasy. There were women that were, the same way. They had like 17 pistol mags on their belt. I'm not sure why you need that many, but whatever. To each his own. 6 knives, something in their boot, and they just looked like a bag of trash all the time. And if anyone is listening to this podcast that was a part of that, you know that I'm telling the truth. But not that they weren't professional, they just wanted to be whatever they wanted to be. And so my guys, we would see them at the chow hall. Then one day, like very early in that deployment, my guys came up to me and they were like, "Listen, we don't actually want to grow our hair. We want to have short hair. We want to clean our face, and we don't want to look like those guys. We don't want to be associated with those guys. We actually want to be professional. We want to be quiet professionals, and we don't want to stick out like those guys stick out. We want to look different." And so that was an interesting leadership lesson that I got. Basically, it's like, show your team, if they say they want to do something, show them what they're going to look like if they do it. And let them decide, do you really want to look like that, or do you want to look like a professional?
Yep.
Do you want to look awesome, or do you want to look scraggly and unprofessional? And if you have a bunch of professionals that work with you and work for you, they're going to want to be more professional when you show them what they look like when they're not acting professional. So that would kind of like blew my hair back. And since I'm bald, that was a very hard thing to do. My eyebrows just went right over my head. And I was like, "Oh yeah." And so anytime they would kind of like start feeling sorry for themselves, I'm like, you can go work for Blackwater or Dynacore or Triple Canopy. And they were like, "Nope, we're good. We're happy right where we are. We have the freedom that we want. We get to do the things we want. We get to go work out and play speedball and still drive people around and drive fast and still go out and guys that were performing at a higher level, I would send them out to the other platoons that were kicking doors and doing that direct action mission. So as a reward, I would send them out for 2, 3, 4 weeks. Then they would come back, and then I'd send a couple more guys out and come back. So as they performed at a higher level, I would send them out as a reward. And so that was just another kind of leadership lesson. I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I wanted them to be able to do the job that they trained up to do, go get some, and then come back and be part of the platoon again, and go and learn maybe some new tactics, techniques, and procedures that another platoon was using, and then come back and then maybe share that, or share with them what we were doing. And then that helped make the entire East Coast SEAL platoon system, all the teams that were working together, made them more efficient.
So there's a couple of things to unpack in there too. So, you know, you're you're talking about a team of already in an elite organization. So they have to really embrace the elite mindset to begin with because they know where they are, right? And in the average environment in leadership, you're only going to have a portion of your employment population really running with an elite mindset, right? You're going to have performers, you're going to have your steady eddies, and then you're going to have your bottom rank in rank and file that you're trying to figure out, like, how long are they going to last and when am I going to have to start to performance manage them out the door, right?